kwaba ba enanso emransam dwumadie so ya tena se ene awie nso ya bedi nkomo lawyer fa na bobesa na se bedi nkomo ne ahwe emra no muni manema ne bia yennim nanso ehun behia se ebehu na yakuya ne mu no se bibisi a ye honkwan pa se efa so asem busa no se da bia na bibisi a se ekugina court na bibi obesi bia se okofa lawyer na mzuma fa lawyer ne gina court na wotumane na mzuma tumane na ebiwie ne entamu aye basa abusu nka biom na amfofo nka biom adafo nka biom omukwa sore ba ko mu nka biom because ba ko de nyoko court. But I say mramu no ni nyansa the law evolves adandane epejane mu ekonanim enti na ya bedu ba bia enim afoforo bi ba ewiase ni nyinara nya Ghana nko as to other mediums so befa so dia solve your problems are not necessarily say you could court na follow ya no address ya share again gown no abegina ho na o kamrofo akase bi gombo bia me am de ko bi na menti ase enye ne sa. But now there are other means of resolving disputes. And to say, and kuma yebedi no, ebedi ahwe say what are some of the other mediums that come from Ben so. And you first so there say yasam obra me why me bone. But I yen shan so. Enye nsem ni nyina na say medium ya yebeka me nyini gidi say obetun afa ho. We ni yesa e man say be out of mad e wantua me nya kamado beko kota na ka kota abo ka no ade misika mame. Wakase media gu me ho fi. Bibi krampo sometimes bi ma sase bi kra wo je ba no se no kra ba ko wo samu nu se empre pin se woni mienu nya sama me na ni nya sama no woni me mienu yenu no kra no yenu no kra no pa jaje na yakotene na nimpa na ya twen so ono mu ne ono be pasem ne mu wahu ehun sasem ne sen pa na te ba woni me de yenu yan sebre my lawyer no dey bedi komo na kwa ba na yan free man na sententem so na bre semu no so wo ya ma kwa ma so timi afre e bi ahona tom kama around maybe 4:35 bi ahona to na watimi afre na won so akere wadwen afre anase ogwo question bi aboso obusa but yan sebre na lawyer na share last week no na je bre na betena se ni bedi nkomo aba kire hia se unya samu I was a lawyer. What Teresa impossible for Abacho near the Walker. My modern lawyer being a lawyer, no empty shell police station. Say possible. Na a bra yet to one need I don't know. Any lawyer and Tremubi, no one TB, and we are in a series beer. Ubi a dibone na were terrorist. Near to Tenano, the lawyer Tim. When we are being to cry on Grand Cabon, no secret at Tribia would TB. For your own interest. We tell in some last week like I said no. E be bo wan kasa said be o chene bi nko ba se man kan sa wo enso sa ne atron no. No. Nyesa na metron yo de metron no masesa no. No. So lawyer no tim bia ehun behia. E be bo wo kwanu se bebree so. Na atwen wo ankodi obi anka di bem na so behu na hwe ye be wie na fe wo na akodi foi. Council, ke makwaba. And a lawyer in the shia your friend lawyer Patrick Eli Ofori. And Ofori Eli. Which of them? Eli Ofori. Okay. Patrick Eli Ofori. One lawyer na we one yebedi nkomo afa the other means of resolving disputes. Focus on lawyer for no can say alternative dispute resolution ADR. We are not taping. But na ye no nkomo no na ye baba abedi. Council. Akwa biom.
Yeah, ja.
Na ye ka say ADR no kra no ene dia dia.
Yo, say na odi kan kai no. ADR no the short form of alternative dispute resolution. Now, the kasi alternative na chere say one other side or and one other means or and sana the alternative means and now we susu aba ebetumi afaso. Now, what the can say and yen tembiara na bibi assemblea between nkrofo mienu ntema e was a omudi court. Now, how we share court processes na ebi wo ho a en contem ebi so wo a parties no ana nkofo mienu no ombe boka akofa lawyers afali processes akọ apenda obi kwa ebia na wo ye adwuma untumi nja wo adwuma
da ya afro case dano so na wo meeting kase ebu adwuma ese ojai ba
ose ojai ba enti ese niam bebre enti wo nyansam no agagefo ni a lawyer fo na etina ye hu say no nsem bi wo ho a anka two parties na nipa mienu no omo betumi aka ama ntiase aye adwuma nti omo di law and act by to regulate the process say asem bi si a eye asem a omo mienu no omo betumi aka ebe guide omo ana say ebe chechero omo steps a e wo say omo take na omo resolve sa issues no nti eno ne shortly ADR na we share Courts Act section 72 and 73 and also encourage say asem bi ba na nipa menu no betumi go through a reconciliation process ama ntiase aya juma they can do that and even in criminal matters no can be say so offense bi enye felony aye to say misdemeanor and a minor
boning kitin bi obi na abo obi
this obi did obi
atem sa dia minor offenses no
yes eno kura no say judge no hwe na anka ntiase be ya juma na wama the two parties no complainant no ne accused person no akoka say sika kakra compensation kakra na e wo say otua say obi kwa na be tinam esesi omuntema na waye saade no ama omo enti basically no ana tewa mu no eno ne ADR na we share the forms of ADR na there were 3 major forms arbitration mediation any customary arbitration bakubi so ho a your friend negotiation but eno ensheda nchro hu nyama bebre or act no but eno so ye another form say negotiation no mumienu no omo ankasa be meti omo ho na whatever issue bi ai wo omo ntem no na omo aka na mo resolve na mediation no situation a omo bepe obi ebia obi ewo nimde bi ananyansa bi ewo area mo a obetumi a resolve issue ebia na ye aware asem na say ye business asem obi so wo ho a ono so tiase a oye professional ana even class on ye professional na omumienu no Twum say ometumi afre sa nipa no no wabedi enima na say wabe facilitate process no na anka oma come to settlement na ometumi ayesa na lastly ni arbitration no I to say a kind of court by no and the normal court and the process no very similar to court but a private and you can imagine all the court processes statements witnesses their rules any procedure no and from and in Tembebre no big companies and business entities omuna ya omuchusu arbitration na individuals and even in some instances businesses crab betumi achusi to say mediation ombepe obi wedi enima na say wagina ntem na wesisi omuntem enti sane ADR no SCTM.
I see. So having said this, you must say you fan say bia me wo asase maton de ma obi anna asase kro no so bia minnimu no da e claim asase ne dia na so me na meton ma me na meton ma let's say wo anna obi nso aba be claim asase ne dia. The question here is that say nipa ade me court me wo kwan say metime ka court no say me wura menya aka say me nke be say ka yi kofi na ka yen ko sisi ana na ka ye go through mediation process ya wo kan.
Yes, obetumi na even act no ka say court na nkasa kra edi asem no na ekodru bebi before final judgment ohun say asem we ye the mediation ebe better a chen say ye be di no wo courtroom no obetumi a refer asem no ama mediation ne na ehia pa ni say two parties na omo ye involved no omo beti ase say yen jai na yen fa nko mediation nti omo di mediation process na omo reach agreement omo na omo be choro agreement no ana nti ase na aye adwuma no omo be gu krata so na omo assign the aba court say ye call mediation no say na ye call eti ye ho ase nti ye de gu krata so nti judge wo de Twum to say judgment of the court nti court no be gi sa settlement document no wa adopt no na the aye judgment of the court na chere say ntiase aye adwuma nti wo betumi aye sa na obi a betumi aye sa.
Okay, so you find say mediation you person ekwe mediation but to say no the question is why na betena ye ntem no no be mediate and so be sisi ntem yi I was say a couple lawyer bi na lawyer no why the couple lawyer no me a ya me bone no and I said the unknown mumu no challenge me no na say couple lawyer no ba. Who should go and look for the lawyer to sit between them, or who should look for the mediator?
The mediator and any of the parties. Omumi no obedi kan I come with the idea say or say as we the mediation I be ye. Na ehia say enti ase be adwuma the other parties so beti ase say and the we kan akopɛ mediator the miso mapene so enti ye be mediation no. And omumi no kra we sit down and first agree say oh asem we yemfa mediation. Na yehwe pa ebia na lawyer Twum Barimah na yenum se o land issues enim de nti ye de komano a obetumi edi asem no ama yenyina we come to terms with settlement bia or the beba nti ndie nhye dan here say ne yafum no ana ne wafum obi na e was a mediator once asem no ye civil issue a ebe ye the mediation na ebe ye obia to me the corner two parties no kra to me signing letter now mo the akoma lawyer no and now obia mo pe bia say on the mediation process
yen fa no say ye me no akwatena say mediation yen ati ase akopo bi obedi entam asem no kwa be ka say now still anti ase anya djuma me yetimi san ko katra court say yen na ka say ekofie ya nte ye ho ase wo fie ho nti san dia ase no ma yen na
yes what to me ko kan e wo court. Even arbitration, two parties are more arbitration clause. Could do time be na assembly sina inti asem yejuma. They can come back to court. Now court the asem no amamo. Now minim case be arbitration agreement. Two companies in tem. Bakudi asem no the court. The second person so also respond here or court or participate here. They could do some process be now also your arbitration clause or indemnity court jaina young arbitration court so there be now baby I ever do there your question na mu koya arbitration and ye na the pakuno di buy and our first person di buy also who follow up the process ya participate you deem say you have waived the right to arbitrate and mediation so sir. But near is a mediation I call private and confidential. And the process is now muko true. Want to me and back court say oh you call mediation cry and then wake I say and I wake I say and I casem no ko say and the court ude jinasuna and continue my yes sir and ye now bet me and say if you are able to come to a settlement and I say and I say jumana mu the settlement terms no edi break quarter court bejiatum no no the judgment of the court. But apart from that, if you are not able to reach that agreement now mediation process no egua and it's ended on the way and deadlock abamwa was say baby mu drew ewo court and sana mu refer to mediation no mu ba be start every ho now we continue.
I see
Sanity here.
I see. So abusuafo enem komo ayedie ni yedin komo afasa yenya sam na ye pese yesisi yentem edika kan say ya na nyensam ni nyina na be wi ase na se kopie court no akoboka akofolo akogina ho na lawyer na kasama ibimpo na uni da jempani se bitafa che uni da je baye yenye bi because we here bre na wo de asora na dwo manfo ada no wo de committee uni time we de committee na nkwape ngwape baye bi akoyo. So that is the same thing here. I mean unya bre ngo court unya bre ngo na court ma court ebi kura wasem no ya ka se bi adua na anapa no nwotwe oba kwatena bi abadu mienu afi no wasa na afi ni afre etese de muni nyina no wasa wada de nyina court sani menema intinu anamra na ahye bi foforo bi aye alternate way e kwan foforo bi so abetuma faso ne ye de asiesie ye ntamo asem bi aba ye nkogina court but said all can utie ni ya wo say eduwa bi ada na wuhia obi a wonnim de bi na se hwehunu bi wade na ye ka no ti bodwa ba se bi amunye mienu na ate ase na asem na kopie lawyer bi anim anana lawyer na bo ama yen tam yesiesie na wi ya wabɔ krata to so kama ye nyina asensan gya tem sɛ asɛm ya ye betena se kan ye gyina sie yesie ne ye si gyina ye sɛ efi na de kwasase we ma ɛhye ne ye de ato nsuo na afɔ ha etimi medo begu nsuo ho so bedo begu nsuo obi ya ntra nsuo num enko na tifi enko na afɔ simple na ye de ato krata so lawyer tintim ono de copy ato ba bia ma ye da achim bi ye nso mi enu bi ade ba konko do fie no chere bibi sɛ nyɛ no nkwana hɔ na mbebisa ne question sɛ wo se criminal matters nso ya netara bi ano so fan bi wo ha court bi gyama kwan ma yɛ de kofie ebi te sɛ de ahia
oh ebi te sɛ like assault
assault ne sɛ assault ne sɛ atem bi sɛ tan bi asem di sɛ
atem didie
kakra bi ne obi abome
exactly
abome ne so bi beda anso da mpagya
yes
kakra bi
yeah bi break kakra bi ntino wa wo share asem we de ko wentina ebi a ye be kwa akɔgye obi ana sɛ ye be ko akase onkodem nti ye hwɛ a ebi a wa ye bɔ wana wa ye didi watem kra no wo mpɛsɛ ye be kwa akosi sa
na bia ye wono
nti sɛ sadeɛ a sɛ betumi aka na ntiase ayɛ adwuma why not ma yenka na ntiase nyɛ adwuma na sɛ nipa kro no sɛ bibi kakra na obɛpɛ edi amawa na wapɛ bibi amawo na wosu wakoma atɔ wo yam obi kura yɛ kɔka na community no nyina na ɔmo amotina ase no ho ka yɛ aka so ne ɔyɛ yɛ wanyɛ ne yɛ it's enough for them nti it is sa criminal offense no bi no ɛyɛ misdemeanor na
bonim kumankuma no a emra no incidents enso opan achi den
exactly ebetumi aye mediation and any other ADR processor ebetumi resolve that issue no
enti na so no do we have to request the court to grant us that right to say my lord we dey incident big offense in tikam ye kwa na ke you venko viengo sisi ana
o say edi kan kodi court dia ene em betumi abisa so my lord e bia wo lawyer we can so we hu the other party and we hu complainant no na the complainant is willing say asem no yenko sisi yenko ADR enti e bia complainant no no so ni lawyer wa ha na prosecution no wa ha omba bisa omo so anu asem no mo so aka so we there is true omo mienu no omo agya atum so mo be kwa akosiesie enti say lawyer no hwe judge no hwe na embra bia nsi kwan a obema omo akọ na omo akosiesie enti court act no ewo ho na even civil procedure akra ewo ho say court di asem bi na ekodu bebi na court na nkasa ho say asem we yedi no wo ADR so ana ye fa kwan fufuro bi so ekam ma na yeye na enye court nkwa na betumi aka de a obetumi ama ho kwan say omo nkoka enti na yedi ADR act no baye enti processes nyina ya chorogum se na se mu choose mediation no se mu choose arbitration mwangasa na mbeka ho act no ema mu guidelines and even in some cases no there was schedules need templates of rules or what mwangasa mbetumi follow e accord through the process
fire from kakra bi guidelines no mediation guidelines na ebi ni say se mu pese mu appoint obi na oye mu mediator na no facilitate the process mu mienu no e was say mu gitu say nipa we na ye pese odi asem no na wo ogitu mu wie a say ana say nipa ba ko na edi koye ono na etro request and a submission for mediation not the command mediator no within 14 days it was said the second party nso etro ana efre say okay I agree say go through the process with us now if within 14 days sa nipa no the second party amma response and confirmation say or person or participate in the mediation process chere say he is deemed to have rejected the mediation process and I say so on pay say ebe mediation within 3 days
14 days
within 14 days
yes
that is na be na atwem you ntem no
exactly
say wa meka hwe ya na that is one pen no
e che so on pen no
and na say e ya go say silence means consent
exactly but we know
negative consent
say on pen until on kono no
I see
and even along the way say mu mienu ana bakukra feel say no process we emfa the desired outcome emba enti no opese opt out obetumi aka kire mediator no say o me pese me opt out, and if the other party doesn't raise any other concern and I say any other issue actually say ono so agya to say the other party can opt out. Even the mediator himself could do time, say no, these two people they are so difficult, I don't think we can reach an amicable solution. And I will say end the process and I say compare mediator fufuro no nya ono so betumi aka se o and ye drew there misumi ntumi nko enti the process yemfa let's bring it to an end. Then they can bring it to an end. A bit about the qualification of a person. O say bebre na
ye nipa obetumi atenam no qualification
obi abetumi atenam, but e bi o ho a ehia expertise bi.
Okay.
Enti mumie no e say mo agree say o asem we when our expertise and I be kura ho a institutions wo ho ayet say associations and minim say na can omuye mediation institutions.
Okay.
Enti mupa
no Ghana ebu a
me sure say bi o bi o pa enti mupa mumie no you will refer the issue to the institution to appoint for you a mediator.
Okay.
The institution with all the experience and the resources, human resources, I know the mediators register with them. They will look at your matter and see that ebia share wasema papa say in order to make this asemu nibi.
Okay.
Na ya appointed that mediator for you. Ya appointed for you na ebia one party enye empenasema na say enye happy with it.
Wasem bi ka won ho.
Exactly.
Say na say na ko du court ya na ebi Alexander Twum Barimah na abom din sem betra na hwe ye ni woni mentam nye na hu se mi am betra bi a udide je bi asem mi ni ma me dia tia wa utimi kam exam sa na hono
sa na bi so ho a say ebi situations of bias and a likelihood of bias. Ewo ho a se nipa na ya select so on go through mediation process na ye hwe na one party hwe say bias ho and I said there is some conflict of interest and now onuzuzube it's likely that obeteki sides you bet to one party or the aggrieved party can raise the issue say oh ne afra in the mehwe ebia na ni yere ana we busu anini we busu and is likely to follow this. And I say asem we kura onugura or some financial interest bi wo enti e koka obeka no say sena ni sika bedi ni nsem ntem enti in situations like that a party, an aggrieved party can raise the red flag and another mediator may be appointed.
I see. So ye say procedures free more. Is there any other thing you per se mediation I was say you want?
Oh, mo person mo mediation to any two party. There is nothing so difficult. Say you are all willing and you want to participate in the process. Apart from that, nothing that it's so straight jacketed.
No, yeah, okay. You must another question. Why? Any final say here? Your mediation, you better we are going to court the say you be a year could asem. I want to menu na because which they say mediation is a hindi be I could this asem and mediation. Mediators
who drive you through town. Occasionally you see some building on say actually say mediator or ya mutual ADR expert. I even know a couple of experts are omo town omo ye ADR. And he say ebi obetumi bisa lawyer and I say obetumi bisa wadam for bi o asem we me pese ye de be court to through marital issues ebi amumie no mu pese stumbling block be na aba you want to go beyond that and move on and ya fe no me kwa kogina court I can be bia ama obi atiewe and so that the next day must adi moichi say you are a married couple and he say ebi ayepe obi a or you specialize in marital issues. Fine, you can ask and you can be referred to one. I even know of a lecturer or ADR. And he has that firm where he practices ADR processes and people like that can be referred to.
And I'm saying from the letter that I've read, I said minimum say we no so no say kwan we na eboa kan adofo bom because no enkoye de ye to money bebre ne mu be wiase na the relationship that is between us no ya between maintain no na ye ntem no ama ye basa ye ntem no ama sai mo chena Patrick mi no wase ni trase mis bi hu na mzuma ni kire anafo me mpese me hwe na nim program na me de aka me bi these things in nti when prepare wa most people who go to court for litigation omo san mra o machi no na wo ntem no enya papa bi ni wura mfi da sa wo na ade ne ko gina court sa wo na twema nso wo na ade ne ko court ana ko gu na ni mu ase wo court ana ko kan asem say wo court every now and then these challenges are there AC da bia that is why antia enei no mra na ma kwan ma ye fa kwan foforo so de asisi ntem asem a se de ba ya ye ntem odo na wo ye ntem bekoso atena ho enti ase ne bekoso atena ho se de o kan asisi ye o se aware fo ntem aware fo kwa de senka we kaman so ntimi imagine chin sa so now se timi bedu abi se ahwe na dofo ya ba ya tamfo but ye be ma sa de ni nsie ni nti na ehun obehia se asem bi a ye ka no ye be ka no kwampa so ma odo ne enti ase na koso atena yentem akoso atena yentem so na kan se ye hwe ni sen with the criminal matters assault ye fa assault no kwampo nya example no na still no ano mediation na chin me kwa me ka se nipa ne mpata me na se nipa na bomb ani so no ebi kwa me ko hospital normally so reporting say be saying wo police station ye be medical form say ko hospital okoye no so ho no enya ayi event say enya free enya charity home dia wo ye nta de kwa dia wo koye bia betuaka so na me ko bia me boka be 1000 Ghana mitmika e mediation ni mo say e ka me boy 1000 cedis me give me 1000 asa age mpata bia ka ho ana mitmika na sa
otumika
na so me kana so ka so ntua
o say so ka so ntua na uso ugina soup say jiso otua ansa na it can be resolved amicably and mediation no be effective e just say mediation no egunu no and you go back to the court ebi a court also so no court judgment it won't necessarily be tailored it won't be tailored to suit you and
so criminal matters required say hono ya na yen sheda compensation my
exactly yen sheda compensation so ebi a so if you will pursue the civil aspect of it obenya compensation but obekọ akofa lawyer I go through all the process and I come out compensation ebi a ensumbo bia say why waste your time any resources but a whole mediation maintenance ase adwuma we would the court ka anhwe you ka wonya hwe ana wo konya kra wonya mani ndu say enti no wo hwe by mani ma wo say ana wo yebisa no so wo hwe say na obetumi atua na oka yen wo say okay wo de yemfa nsa na asem no yemfa we bring it to an end
yentin fa ye entu ye
exactly enti sanity now we share most often to say minor criminal issues na ye can your term bia normally you refer to say victim offender mediation and a victim offender relationship enti baku ne na ye di no bone no ono aye victim na ne na we di bone no aye offender enti ye wo experts are omo training that area too. Enti okofasa asem na onim so asem we say no you can say na nya compensation say it's likely to appease the victim enti with the expertise and now with the training no otumi bam ama ne kasa chere one side kasa chere the other side also na enti ase aye adwuma enti at the end of the process no bam say obia is okay and then they can all be relieved enti sana na etie
I see. Enti abra yedi nkomo ye no we are also live on Original TV Ghana. Original TV Ghana. The show is live on Original TV Ghana on Facebook. Original TV Ghana on Facebook. Yeah, live. We also here Original TV so wa video no so we TV no so. Yedi nkomo yi kro ya fi sabre yi ye mu no. Minu se ye bia ho atomo ansa. Na and then when you bread your friend do one and some more do person from what you have friend busa mun some person busa enti sabre yi na homa no ibibia tom na mesre adaroma ye bia homa no to na ofra ya na mprepi no ugina TV no na wote se twum makasa ansa na wonso wayi ano wo ye ne sa na beche ti mesre se wo frɛ no a bomodi an na low TV no na fa ADR de make be wa ha bia wo beti wo phone mu direct wonnya so beti no TV no so kra na yi ma no free phone no so mo chance we wo transfer what me kan TV no answer na wo yi no na ye TV ni nkomo kama council yen hwe no say now even though say court it ma kwa some criminal matters you can fie there are some matters so nkopie court so kra so bomu ni ye kan wo fie an example rape cases ye di no fie pa manfo di rape cases wo fie pa o but I know say misdemeanor offense wana me wa
enye misdemeanor
serious offense
yes
ye dey tem fitira ye kan ye di no boko yi na so akwa wonya eboni di ebi kwa wadi kan ba akon na ebi an second one na apie ye kan wasem eba na sa no what advice will you give?
Oh, ne me kan say rape any associated sexual offenses no most often no repercussions na so aso no lives longer with the victims enti ebia na afa to ebia akora no ebia no oye small akoye defilement case and I say even woman na yenim say who pese woni oba nya bibia e was so prepare na adwen na the natural body no and so I prepare for such a thing to prepare sa no for na ebia na wa damage no internally ana bibisa and nu bi no mkotina echire na mu kan asem na in the future oba no be develop complication bia na oba bibia o be kan say that time mo akotina ebia mo agi no bibi mo agi be ma no bibi kakra bi na ze no ono oko oba no so abenya problem ye kan enye ye but the bottom line is that the law says offense bia a felony and offense bia enje nyama kitikiti the rape, defilement, any other sexual related offense, sodomy, nyama, stealing, any other such offenses no. Mbram man who quite say yen can of ye. And you hear the Criminal Offences Act. But we say a man offense bia. A guy say anybody who does this maybe is guilty of a misdemeanor. Then he will say this kind of offense, no. You bet to me I can asem fear. But if you na anybody who does this maybe commits a crime, and anybody who does this is guilty of a felony. That some offenses no you to me can asem fear. Now it's criminal say you even want to do that because the law says you can't do that.
Okay, so my a quick question. How do you pay the mediator?
The mediator no according to the act no two parties no and ombe contribute equally. Okay. The actual mediator no.
Then as a mediator no amount the charge.
Exactly.
Na ebi a wajo ebi a 100 Ghana cedis a. Mu no much
50-50.
Na mo amount ya mediator no.
Exactly.
I see.
And I think that the underlying idea is that, or the philosophy is that, since it's a willing participatory process, each party will want to bear some half of the cost to show that it is a process that I willingly took part in. And both the victim and offender, I be a victim ni offender, but there are two parties at loggerheads. So they agree say omu de bema, omu tria fees no half. It shows their willingness. They omu participate without any compulsion. And no sana tie say ebi ana mediator no so administrative assistance be ana offer some experts be ema be boaye in some issue or some aspect of the mediation process. We be pay also ama as some token of appreciation. Na mumie no is incumbent on you say mu befa the cost na mo check na mo atuano equally. So
can we say this is far cheaper and better than say you go through proper litigation?
Yes, I believe so. Wedi kan be what even the confidentiality and the relationship it restores. Be or how mo business partners.
Yeah.
Me kai example be a me lecturer my say they have two parties no they have been doing business for a very long time and I invoice be asem baku say value no yes say baku say value no yes say sa na bedi mediation. Omo kan we at the end of the day no, they were very happy and they kept their business relationship. We also say me here with toners, without your toners, me so mean to me in your business. We also say I need you to buy my toners so why should we be worrying over this? And it's an idea e kanu waja to no bizano e kanu feel e say no ball ni side no we also say e say so okay, what about a middle position if we agree? So me chance even that one crab met me at also okay. Are you willing to man
excellent? You didn't come here be a human at the Twum human line with my friend here 0537 975 921 0537 975 921 0537 971 975 rather sorry 921 and once in the whole screen so no offer no low TV nothing you didn't come on. Good afternoon, call and first and friend.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
But your first and friend.
But your friend Francis Donko, make us a free senior.
All right, Mr. Francis, you're here.
But you all types of arbitration, alternative dispute resolution, or customary one, customary arbitration, and one kind. Na me tizenka obetire enusimu ho na mamate enwase I say one customary one because so betimi I like it ensu kakra amanya
mate yo memana achira wo nsumu kakra na fe what you say. All right, counsel we there on no there am say me so say wa fa no book in the pen we notes pa Francis your notes and the customary type no how is it like?
The customary type typically enusu a kind of arbitration. But a very special and act, another section on customary arbitration.
Okay.
But normally it's like nena yedi or ahimfie no.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
And the two of you will commit yourself say, yebeko na traditionally ebi no mudi nsa.
Okay. Esi so we to nsa
na also the aba showing that I am committed to the process. Nena and judgment bia it binds
on all parties. Okay.
Now,
but what the summa and I'm picking call we are not was. Good afternoon, my first and friend.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, my first and friend. All right. Sir, want to answer. Yanko.
And the customary arbitration, no. That
is a candia no asemisia. Na ye kwa himfie nem anase bi abusua panimbo a wo abusua nim no etimi flasa no afanu no nya de wo tena se ede wo kasa.
Yes.
All right, but 1 second. Good afternoon, first and friend.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, but first and friend.
Tomede Douglas me fefi adenta.
Douglas mboto you.
Okay. But na me bisa say me no war issue. Na say na some local court. Sorry, you dey call arbitration. Na arbitrator no come out with ne award. Is it binding on me? Say me to me fan that court in beam. The only thing I made to me, I say me I pay and a higher court. What I'm trying to say is yeah, there's a local court and I make a call arbitrator. And arbitrator na come out with an award. Our court now because of arbitrator now near binding on me. Making me stand pass out on course our court in be. So we per se me seeking for review and just me call higher court. And yes, I net and I say
all right.
Different interpretation one but the same.
That's fine. That's fine. Your question is quite clear. See, MYA. Yeah, that's it. Counsel.
Yeah.
We did not tell me na phone on the
characterize nena a very characteristic about arbitration is that there is a winner and there is a loser.
Okay.
And it is binding on the loser. It's binding on the parties. And yet it's a mediation and a negotiation. You'll be shifting positions.
Okay.
And once you partake in it, whatever the decision the arbitrator comes out with is binding on you. And that is also enforceable at the High Court. And now
that is going to enforce decision arbitrator not taking.
Yes.
Over the court, say opposite court and she say arbitrator and say you need 10,000 Ghana cedis mama into ampara court and send money 10,000 mama.
Exactly.
Yes sir.
Yeah, sir.
And to say one no question I go to say okay say be 10,000 me nyin to mo a then I make my phone.
Your processes be say a and now you can either subject it to review.
Okay.
Ebia, and I say in situations where it is not binding on you.
Okay, but this one is binding on you.
This one is binding on you.
Yes, arbitration is mostly binding because the parties not just and now it be a contract yes from the beginning.
Yes, so it is the award. It is the award that you are not happy about.
Exactly.
So you can go for a review
of the award.
Okay. And the circumstances say if you believe say out of some malice and out of some bad faith, arbitrator no amma the award commensurate with the kind of issue more resolver.
Okay.
You can go for a court's pronouncement. You can go,
well.
for a review.
Good afternoon, Baja. First, friend.
Good afternoon, Pacho. If I'm more happy, because definitely Obwazi.
What you tell Wadaruma?
With the Pacho, even as a actually my drink a crab, related the marriage issue now working. Pacho, Madame Bino Aware, now Aware no, we see fear and son of Aware. Aware now retire by and Obani say or Peter Padini be Pacho and Rama say I saw my Obani Padini Biana.
All right, Mate, our question, as you really indicated, I need the AD media, but lawyer was inquired about getting my idea amount to Adarama. Yeah, that's it. All right, me see me down to that. And bear influencing money, we see me down 2 years now, 1 year, money, see me down. I feel my water and my water we and check me no banner guy. Or buy me water and answer me water and not never see me down, you eat me down more Japan.
Decisions or maybe I wouldn't know better than I know. Nobody can see a dino or no. But also better now in general, maybe I render some services for you. And yes, ABA definitely or render services. And this is a service now caught Shena ABA or say who compensating now. No are compensating, but a dino there it's difficult. And case war ruling war. Obano LA claim to some buildings, and because you don't even know the place where the house is is situated. You have never stepped your foot there. Not even your personal is in it. Then you are laying claim to that house. And simply know all that the woman is interested in is in the house. And not any other thing.
I'm saying, Kamiako, say, Meno award and Kwan, the Adibia will be between them.
Would there be most often, Nena, a channel, a joint property? Okay. Property, we are quite together. Now, acquisition together, no, a honor issue, no. Say, yeah, Meno acquire. You know what I mean? Good afternoon, but there was over.
Good afternoon, your friend Peter, Miss Freshi Kaswa.
Uncle
Peter Kaswa.
But you.
Aha, Pacho, my question is say only obi or what say be a more platform this one. He say one of the political platforms so.
Okay.
Na more banter like I say more say on the political platform obi a no obi a can be obi a one candidate.
Yeah.
And now say maybe one candidate one so on the candidate the candidate be and I go A no no be. And you can candidate be a someone no be do atem. I say banter. Where did we at and wake away? Now we are can we can we know we are can we. And I say at the diaba. Now say at the diaba, Pesre ultimately the court.
Okay.
Say at the what did you matter? Miss did you at them? Ultimately the court say me made the dinner at them in the court in the manner.
Very well. Yati. Good question. I didn't have any that's I'm sure. Council. Your WhatsApp group so and a WhatsApp group you 1 million.1 actually no your sub groups we are with say are the change be any creative even near what be you go lawyer for create that be now I say was political discussions a political platform near obi a permanent there unu am so be a be there obi a prinity no be a prinity na account na so come there ba ko so medina to no court and no 3 years
or so the court also ubeko, but this is in an area of defamation.
Okay.
At I say ABI it injures the feeling of the party who took the matter to complain to him. And I say subjecting him to
politics near politics is there.
Meeting that was a decision I say some things were said in the political season and I say and those things
as I go to a senior material was way for the bush. I'm to be show Musa now in a political platform as well. Was some one coming can in the circumstance, my lord. Nanso we in politics nti me kan ye. Nti me bisa no sa yetimi kan sa.
Yeah, wait to me akasa nti ukwa so or the ukwa you can't stop him.
Okay, you can't stop him from going to court.
Yes.
But you can go to
you can go to defend yourself. Exactly. Say, oh, it was an exchange, and in the heat of the exchange, he also said words to me, and I also said words to him.
See, I go to a Supreme Court. But ban no defend this, John. Good afternoon, everything. Mr. Bayetio.
Lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You follow teaching.
But that's it.
Because the party member now, I respect you.
Thank you, sir.
Nyamishra. And information here. How personal number, very high point here.
What I want to the upon our friend number we are in a number one of more now in Nayakasawa. But me now so hard and we on it. What I say. Medasi. Nyamishra. Okay. So on the other hand, said now working. So in this case, the best way to go is he should rather go to court, or I mean, it depends on what court. You can't stop him anyway. Yeah. But on the other hand, to say he didn't come about mediation any other day, can he, being the one that had court, Peter, we was on court, can he rather, opt for an alternative of resolving the dispute instead of going to court? Surely,
Bible crisis say agree with your adversary on the way, and so now
correct.
And while you know say or call there, just find somebody to talk to him. So this is not an issue. I will say your coach in our court. Say and to me pamucho to me friend na ye me no atina na yaka. It will help us.
Okay. Good afternoon, Pastor Frost for free.
Good afternoon. Pastor, your friend now we go for. Me free be quiet. Answer be quiet.
Yo, answer na me too.
When I say, oh, as a bisa na mpese me bisa say nipa no issue about real hunsema. And also yes me use the procedures and mediators so ni bia na.
Okay, now be our issue best saying issue need to say no.
Issue na say after funeral no. Omo be buka ekebu ni mu na yede court small man ye make a family ni say will be wo ho nti omo wie omo bibia nka omo mra no mo material ni mu nsem
yeah
then so ensem pe busia na embuka ni biom ana ko ba say ene ye be kwa kwoti will no ansa na ya ba be buka no nti omo kwoti will na je say will na favor emma no and favor busia no nti ama ebusiano so akotam kakese bi dia beton maso.
Okay. Wait, okay. Nti opposite hu se bia mutumi aka bibi saying without going to court.
And I said no, still just say ekoye court nsem.
All right, Mate. Wait, okay. Mate asepa. So counsel in the case mama intro mo ye say bia put your man the right advice. Her issue has got nothing to do with the will.
Okay.
Well, no, dear, content of the will is not an issue, and it's not in dispute. No, the number or something into American, I can form my manager Santa Mamma. Obi who na see any we are mostly Mondays and Ibuka.
Right.
I can say we are going to sit down and account for every cost that we have incurred from the day of death to the day of burial.
Right.
It's we are near to Tim. ADR Mano, let's say 10,000 Ghana. But we have spent 15,000 cedis, so that we have a cost of 5,000 to pay. Sometimes when you say a man back at us, so we are not, spreading that cost. We will take it and pay. But sometimes too, they will share it, and every party, Biana, if Shama will have to bring yours for us to settle that debt. Yeah. Now the issue is that because they want to read the will before, coming to sit down to, apportion cost.
They put the cat before the horse.
Now the family is saying that okay, sir, Yakoba and more no job hadem na munya kase. Nti e kan so ye check e kan so let's say e be 100,000 Ghana cedis. And e kan abantu musumo ko face gamana ye je bekotua. Her question is can they use ADR medium to resolve this matter?
Yeah,
since it's not directly involved.
No other issue than this will be amenable to ADR.
Okay,
a perfect ADR issue.
ADR matter.
Betinam na at least the children now ombenya ajapade no if it's something they can also afford and they believe genuinely said they incurred such a cost they pay the cost and then everything is settled. Say if they can't pay all and it's a part of it they can pay, they also make their decision known. This is the other side, the elders too, they are reasoning. They will also know that the children they are cooperating. It's not as if almost sorry at and you know and you are saying juma almost better say na the year to year.
Okay.
All
right. So until now we said the lawyer can this can you may use ADR not the resolve matter at the amount. We have assistance with the ADR our friend number no I work screen so after the show we can assist you with that one. Now you can come my first no resolve problem on the camera. Good afternoon, Baja for some free. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss.
Yeah, Baja for some free.
From you, I'm a free back.
Baja it's you.
Pacho, make me a doctor number, a lawyer number.
Baja, who friend number? Yeah, your portion of friend number. Yeah, which is at the amount.
Okay.
Okay. So, Counsel, you see, family issues. Family issues. I'm sure the lower courts, especially the district courts, will call. I mean, not necessarily Accra, but outside Accra, no. What a lot of family issues over there.
Right.
But these are matters that, under normal circumstances, could have been resolved simply.
Yeah.
Share the working. And yes, and and then I can't say even though what will be and you will no any challenge. Name will be Obiadri and say Papa Nui and a mammy and no men na bra second need of the enemy be. But it's not always the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I also womba.
Oh
ma and the children must survive. And Otias in the Kakana also no.
And say Santias
maybe it's difficult sometimes.
Anyway, so with all these things, looking at the way forward, I was saying, what would be your final advice to us? I mean, to the people.
Yeah.
All right. My main pick last call enough to us. Good afternoon, for free. Hello. Hello. Okay, in case you be a last call about you can pick it again and then you answer it.
Yeah. So Udi can kayen. Even not only outside of Accra, but even in Accra. At the High Court, at the Circuit Court, mostly say land litigation and property. Judge no to me say munye busian for munye busian. Maybe some judges to be na muntem to say we so we my cousin and I'm papa penyin say but you are
so why can't you resolve your matter
and
I made the can say between the parties no you know kura and the judge never pass no kura hu and the parties no anyway good afternoon Baja for everything. Hello. All right.
And you won't say the courts even almost say Nyabibiana ebe subjecting to the traditional litigation way of resolving issues. But you call ADR and you call settlement. Before now coming outside from the court system. To say busia. Mukoka same way na mumasika etiti muntema. Will you continue to live with your family in acrimony for the rest of your life? No. NTBBA emfa ntiase na emfa nye juma na ADR experts wo ho mediators wo ho lawyers susu wo ho they have been trained in the act to go through the process. They can guide in the process. Oftentimes you say BBC na third party neutral bema ono obema omba with the emotions oba with objectivity.
So on the mobia
onimobia nti ono oti asem na otumi say asem we no say na esiko no ebia ye kan say na ye kan say ono so nim say at the same time no mu ye busuan ombe ka asem bia be ma one party I feel good na echire no na watiti mu nchem nti obepe ways and means obe fa asem no ana say obe go through the process that will bring the reconciliation, that will bring the healing. And at the end of the day, no, you get a win-win situation. Nobody is worse off, and both of you are better off, and you can all dwell peacefully. And here, same see, emotions, but free. They say, "Woody number idea too dry." mediator number one, ADR practitioner number one. There are many others, and lawyers susu not necessarily specializing in ADR, but omunim process nim. And to be a free lawyer, be a kakra obe for calling him and consulting him. No, ebe sevu a lot of hundreds of thousands later. But say asemnu to immediately now with the emotions. They see when you and be mislead you, you are to a very serious problem. And in now, say the idea is good, and we're resolving our ancestors were resolving conflicts long before they come in on the court system. And so, if those issues are still here with us today, and the courts also have seen the wisdom of coming out with an alternative system, why don't we make good use of it? And then,
as he said, our ancestors were already resolving disputes before the coming up of court systems. Omwo me tena panin bi na ase ano dia kunya no yo hene timi ho asem die bebre weni onua weni wofa ase weni onua weni ne ba weni sen dia betena se no wa fra fanu no na wetia na we abonu nkuro no we sen ye wie yesem patamra obi ni kunu na yatena se na yakan ye wie yesem patamra. They were resolving our disputes. And they said, "Nimudi any session who nyansa no." And I am penny for not trust ye who said, "Yes, Uncle Famara, but if I'm already a fabric of France, be a say alternative dispute resolution. What did in a cacra as maybe you will be a no catcher. We are looking for other means to resolve disputes. And you be an essay a chawiatum. A question more police fortune and nakotum. No ban any just one and cassada adding out natum. You don't feel that. Nema, and so bed you mutrim them almost no but romance, mammy when the trim and the chim papa to mono, mammy when the question mamma to mammy when you say no. The piano that a canoe at that. Yes, Mamma Sakon is more Cantonment Divisional DOFSU, Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit. For there was one chief inspector, Mammy Udina Yamakakra. But will the team be alongside other police officers with Docas and one other police gentleman? Ano Lance Corporal, Moko, Simbi, or Labon, or Laboni, Labadi, Vivian Baby. There was a dispute. I mean, a few more tenants, no any issue, but the way and manner police for the more was we didn't come to arrest. But because our mandate is to ensure domestic issues, you know, in the area, say, but as somebody as my bit, come on a year. Council, Matthew, on our fair parties in the Tenasibi. And the matter was resolved. Yanko police station. Police for me and about one chief inspector led them, a lady. And some be saying, "Ye can was and some they solve where be and yan solve." And then say a town to come police for, and then say a town to come court. Some of them we can resolve, and these are the medium that we can use to resolve the matters. I am running my coin, running it. Ya can say na aha ana dwumadi ne yare ba na wiye me am tena kire adi ho chia me din ade Twum Barimah lawyer ne oje brebet besraye na otwe twam no an so da san ne ebedi nkomo lawyer Patrick Eli Ofori ena ne ebedi nkomo na otwe ne ye besan hia emfa sedaka se ma the executive producer Yera Sam Kwada de Irenchi, the producer for the show Samuel Hunto, and the technical team the production team attached to the show dwumadi 18 ba so enyara. Now, son, I don't do me any thing. Come on, you have a side this year. I'm sure we are.